Good day to you, YouTube. It is November the 5th, bonfire night, and we've had a couple of frosts down here. Nothing too heavy. We still got dahlias flowering in the front garden, and this nasturtium, which was a voluntary plant. I didn't plant it, don't know where it came from. That's doing very well, and yeah, it's a real autumn cool morning. I'm going to be potting on planting out my garlic and some of my shallots this morning that I potted up into small containers. I don't usually do it this way. I usually put them straight into the ground, but you do get one or two failures, and I thought I would try it this way, as a lot of people do it like this on YouTube, and so give it a try and see how I get on with it. My garlic that I grew last year was a failed harvest. It harvested okay, but as it dried out, they all went soft, and it was new garlic to me. I bought it from one of the reputable garlic companies. It wasn't cheap at all, it was quite expensive. My original garlic was starting to get smaller each year, so I thought, I've probably had it about 10 years I would think, or maybe more, I don't know, but I thought I would get a new strain in, a couple of varieties, and go from there. But they grew okay. The bulbs weren't massive, which doesn't matter, but I will just show you what they did turn out like. Not very impressed, so I've had to buy new again this year, and I've bought from two different seed companies. And this is my harvest from this season, just gone, of garlic, and when they were starting to dry out, when I harvested them they were fine, but as they hung up underneath this log store, they started to dry out. They were all going soft, as you can see that, and I would say that virtually all of them, there's a clove there, that one there hasn't actually gone soft, that one, but all the others, I think there's 3 varieties here, including the elephant garlic. They've all gone just completely soft, and don't really know what that is, but these will end up in the green waste. So this year I've bought from 2 seed companies. One's Kings and one is Browns, DT Browns, and I'll just show you the garlic as I'm putting it in for this season. And you can see on these that there are a good root system. They haven't been in that long, 3 weeks perhaps, if that, and I'll just have to push these up from the bottom just to loosen them. I'm not sure if I'll do this way again next year. As you can see, the compost does fall apart, but you have got a root system that's already started, and you know that hopefully that should grow, and I shall put them in so they're just below the surface, 6 inches apart. If I can keep the soil from not falling off, all the better. But yeah, nice little root system on them, and hopefully they should grow away nicely now. You don't want to disturb that root plate too much on garlic. It is quite sensitive. get a real smell of garlic here. Now this one here is quite a stubborn one. Tops are just sticking through on these. Looks like I've got some help. Oh baby. My gardening companion. Sometimes. I think you get the drift. You want to see me do all of these. And I'll just give you an update on the sweet peas and the broad beans that I sowed a couple of weeks ago. So these are the sweet peas that I sowed about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and I think I got 10 varieties, 10 seed of each, and I think I counted 102. So there's still about another 8 to come. They don't all germinate. You do get the odd seed that's maybe not any good, but as you can see, they've been outside ever since. There's still some little ones there. Still coming, and they're a little bit taller than what I would have liked them, but we have had some really mild weather. It's been unbelievable, but they have had a couple of frosts on them, and they're okay. I've got this netting over them because we do have quite a few partridge around here, and partridge are real grazers. They'll just nip the tops off things. They'll go over one of my beds early in the morning and nip everything off, and it's just lying there. So I do just cover these over just to hopefully stop the partridge. And I do notice that the tap roots are coming out of the bottom and drying off in these root trainers, and that's exactly what we want. But they'll stay here all winter, and you can see they're outside. They'll stay here all winter, and I'll just either cover them with a bit of fleece or take them into the polytunnel if we do get some serious frosts. And the field beans that I sowed about 2 weeks ago, they're all coming up. Good germination on those. This is how I usually sow all my beans and peas, straight into the ground outside. Don't usually get any problems with vermin. And on the eating beans, for overwintering beans, I put those in pots this year for the first time. A lot of people do start them off in pots because you do get 1 or 2 casualties. 1 or 2 don't grow, and I don't like gaps in my rows. The mice have had them. I put them where I thought they were safe, and they've dug them out, and so what I've done now is I've gone back to resort back to my old way. I've put 2 rows in across there, and there's another bed here of field beans. Germination's been very good on these, no problem, and they were up very quick as well, so pleased with them. My theory is why I don't get problems with mice here with beans that I put straight out into the ground. It's quite open here, and there's nowhere for the mice to hide, and we have got owls around here. As you can see, that's perfect owl hunting territory out there. So I think they're very reluctant to break cover. And I think if you're on allotments, there's a lot more cover for mice, and they can do a lot more damage for you. Just my theory. Whether it's right or not, I don't know. You can see that I've got hardly anything in the garden, and I'm watching other YouTube channels and people have still got loads in. Quite a bit jealous really, but I made the decision not to grow much this winter because I've got a lot of jobs to do. I've got the other side up here, the hen pen. We've got 3 large hen pens up there, and that all needs rewiring, and all the posts need redoing, so that's going to be a big job for me. And I want to put a new fence down the line of the field as well. Have had 1 or 2 people in the garden. We had 3 turkeys pinched a couple of months ago, so I'm going to make that a little bit more secure. One thing I'd like to show you as well is the parsnips. I did these in a water tank, and underneath is a barrel that I've cut in half, and I put a bolt through to stop it from expanding with the weight, and that's full of water with a wick. And I've not tried parsnips like this. I've done carrots like this and they did well, so I thought I'd try the parsnips this year. And I think there's about 30 parsnips in there, maybe more. And we have had a couple, and they've come out quite. In fact, I'll just see if I can get one out for you, just to show you how they have come. And they've grown well, and I must say that that is possibly the one of the better parsnips I've grown. There's hardly any canker on them, just a little bit there on the top. But that is a good sized parsnip, and I should definitely be growing them like this next year, and I shall also be doing the carrots like this next year as well. The carrots are just here. I've gone back to last year to growing them in pallet collars, and these are okay. There's some good sizes in these, and they're a good carrot, and I haven't had a single one with any carrot fly damage on. And having said that, if you look just there, there's the first one I've seen. The other one, can't see anything on that. Yep, so even with the height, yeah, you still get carrot fly damage, but we've had a good harvest off those. But next year I shall be doing my carrots the same way as I'm doing my parsnips over there. That's worked very well for me. They've had no feed, and the compost that's in there is recycled from the potato pots that I grew last year. And the same with this. Now this compost now will go back into my potato pots next year, and I shall put bloodfish and bone and chicken manure pellets in, I expect. So I keep recycling the compost each year between potatoes, parsnips and carrots. Not a lot else to show you. Hope you're all keeping well. Enjoy bonfire night. Stay safe, everybody. Take good care. Bye for now.